Hello everyone. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to be starting with the next chapter, chapter 2, analyzing theme through story elements. We're going to be on page 30, page 29 and page 30. Let's begin. Chapter 2, analyzing theme through story elements. Preview concepts. Conflict is the struggle the characters in a story must overcome. Conflict makes the story interesting, moves the plot, adds suspense, and reveals the true personalities of characters. Now, conflict, en español conflicto, it's the idea that any kind of story needs something to happen for the story to move along. It could be a meteor, it could be a bad guy, it could be, whatever. Or it could be something very simple as, hey, we're out of milk. Like, imagine a story where the main character is ready to make his breakfast in the morning, and he has the cereal, he has the bowl, he has a little cucharita, and just when he's gonna add the milk, he's out of milk. So he goes, gotta go buy milk now. So he gets out, he rides his bike, and on the way there's a zombie apocalypse. And that's conflict. Okay? So we're gonna be discussing three very important elements of conflict. We're going to be working with three examples. These types of conflicts are very, very common. I'm going to be clear about this. It does say to study it with a partner, but because of the pandemic, we can't do that. So we're going to be working this all together in the meets and in the videos. Okay. So the three important conflicts are: number one, person versus person. Number two, person versus nature, and number three, person versus self. Now I'm gonna go into detail about what they are on the next meet, but suffice it to say that these are types of conflict. Person versus person, it would be something like Harry Potter versus Voldemort, Batman versus the Joker, there's a car passing by. There we go. Or any other kind of situation where the good guy is a guy or a girl, a person versus another person. Person versus nature involves the world. It's a man lost at sea, so he has to deal with no water, no food, no nothing. It's a man lost in an island. It's a woman lost in the storm. She has to rescue her family versus the storm. Stuff like that. Finally, you have person versus self, which is a more internal problem. Somebody dealing with addiction, or someone dealing with some kind of sickness and overcoming some kind of personal adversity. On page 30, where we can begin, we continue is making connections. You're going to read the following story. I'm going to read it for you, and it says, once there ruled in the distant city of Wirami a king who was both mighty and wise. And he was feared for his might and loved for his wisdom. One night, when all were asleep, a witch entered the city and poured 7 drops of strange liquid into the city well and said, "From this hour, he who drinks this water shall become mad." Next morning, all inhabitants, save the king and his Lord Chamberlain, drank from the well and became mad, even as the witch had foretold. The people in the narrow streets and in the market places began to whisper to one another, The king is mad. Our king and his Lord Chamberlain have lost their reason. Surely we cannot be ruled by a bad king. We must dethrone him." That evening, the king drank from a goblet full of water from the well. He gave it to his Lord Chamberlain to drink as well. And there was great rejoicing in that distant city of Wirami, because its king and its Lord Chamberlain had regained their reason. The Wise King by Kali Gibran. I'm going to define the word Chamberlain as a manager or a royal of a royal household. You may heard this word like housecarl or chamberlain or aide or any seneschal. These are titles given to the second in command to the king, but directly in the castle, and it deals. It's sort of like the voice and face of the king. If the king won't be there, the chamberlain will certainly be. Now, I know it's just with a group or with a partner, but again, the pandemic doesn't allow it. I want you to answer the questions. What is the conflict in the story? How is the conflict resolved? What is the king like? How does his reaction to the conflict reveal his character? And finally, use your answer to questions 1 through 3 to write an explanation of the theme. What does that mean? Well, once you answer the first 3 questions, you're going to write a short, I'm going to say 5-sentence paragraph. Yeah, 5 sentences is good. Explaining, 3 to 5. 3 to 5. Just explaining the theme. What type of message is trying to come across. Okay? So that's about it. That's what we're going to be doing. This is an introduction to the chapter. I wasn't making any sound. The truck is just passing by. We're going to be answering those questions. So just write a short 3-sentence paragraph or 3 to 5 sentence paragraph explaining what the theme or message that the story was trying to present. What is it with trucks today? I look like an old man fighting against, stay off my lawn. Well, anyway, thank you for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.